Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, to all my witches, warlocks, writers, and wanderers. I am KibbyRose. Today is Monday, April 7th, 2025. I'm here to entertain you with a little bit of horoscopy things and, well, some channel announcements, because we basically, we had our meeting, we did our review. For those who are in the know, you're in the know. If you want to know, like and subscribe to the channel, get along with the Discord, join us in the chat, and you'll know when things are changing. Because guys, yeah, we're changing it up after the conversation and everything that happened, huh? So let me run the opener and I'll explain a little bit as we go. All right, so first of all, I haven't gotten around to changing the opener yet because, as you know, all these changes, literally, guys, I was able to make the swoosh like 10 minutes before the live stream went on. So for anybody who's new here, hello, how are you? Let me give you a rundown of how we're doing things now around here. So basically, first of all, there's no more sprints. We're not doing any more sprints. For the clients that needed them, we're done. Everybody's graduated, everybody's done, and we're just here to kind of more have fun now. So we've got a couple channel changes coming, and that's one of them. Second of all, I'm going to go over some announcements that are coming up and everything else. Then I'm going to swoosh because, guys, I got our swoosh. And then we're going to cover my tarot card readings and client readings because I have my list. I also have my rundown for those of you who need to know how many readings you have left. I have that information for you. Then after that, we swoosh, and then we do some horoscope things, and then that's the end of the stream. That way I can focus on the other things that are coming up because more than likely we're going to be launching a new channel for some fun reaction stuff. We're still going to keep the horoscopes and lives going on this stream or on this channel. However, Cora and I are working together, and more than likely it's going to be more effective and efficient for us to start a whole new channel. So that's going to be coming up soon. And on that channel, you're going to find us reacting to all sorts of things, from dramatic and extreme law moments to dance mom stuff to just random stuff we find on the internet that we want each other to react to, because Cora and I, that's one thing we realized is we're good. We love reacting and conversing about things behind the scenes. And we're like, why don't we just do this for a channel? So a lot of people have given us feedbacks. Everybody loves my reactions to things. So that's how we're kind of going to be, we're going to be shifting things up around here. So we're still going to be doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday live streams on my channel to cover the client readings and the horoscopes. But guys, they might be reduced down to 1 to 1.5 hour live streams, depending on how many clients I have and everything going forward. In May, it might shift to having no more live streams. So we'll see what happens. After that, we've got some in the month of April, we're going to be doing a free week of live stream of readings, which is April 31st to May 4th. So that's still happening. So tell all your friends. We're not going to do the promo anymore because we don't know if we're going to continue doing live streams after May. But in May, we're going to have probably our celebration stream, my rebirth party, and debunking Cinco de Mayo. So keep your eyes peeled, press that subscribe button, ring that bell, because we've got a lot of changes that are coming to the channel. We've got a lot of changes that are moving forward with other channels. And this is going to just give me more time to work on the Dance Mom reaction thing, B, work on the law reaction thing. C, be able to work on my book. D, be able to work on my music that I have working on the background. Because I told you guys, I have a lot of stuff going on in the background. And the less clients I have, the more projects I accumulate because I like staying busy. And I'm still job searching. And I'm finding that, yeah, it might not be as easy to find a job right now until everything calms down a little bit, especially since I live in a democratic state that is approximately $1 trillion in debt. And I know for a fact a lot of the things that are going on right now are not going to be affecting my state on a positive level. So we're just going to grind our gears and go with it. Okay. So until then, I'm just going to keep pumping away at my YouTube channel and see what happens. Apply for jobs, keep myself busy. That way I don't go insane because I am too hyper to be sitting at home and sit still. And guys, I don't play video games. So that's just the way I work. One thing I did want to cover real quick before we get into our Just Fab unboxing is, hold on, I have to pull this up, for those of you who pay attention to it, I notice a lot of angel numbers. Angel numbers are a sequence of numbers that you see in a row, whether it's on the time clock or in a license plate, but it's just, you happen to see them. And it's like one of those things that you catch. And it's usually like 111, 1111, 1212. Well, just today, I've happened to catch 1111, 1212, 111, 333, and 444. And just now I looked at the clock and it was 505. So if you're interested, I always keep note of this, even if it's only one, and I end up looking up because I don't keep them off the top of my head, but you can actually look up angel numbers. You can Google it, and they're messages from your angels, like basically confirming or proving or disproving that you're on the right track. So I thought that was interesting because it's come up 6 times now today that that's happened. For my clients, we will get into that, but I'm going to swoosh first because, guys, I have an unboxing for us. So let me swoosh this and we'll get going. Okay, I need to make that a little bit longer. So I have been prepping for job interviews. And because the proposition the one that I was hoping never followed up, but move on. But I looked in my closet and realized that going for job interviews, you kind of need the right clothes. So my shoes had fallen apart to the point that the metal in the heel was showing. So I got some new shoes. So we're going to unbox these. And I'm going to show them off a little bit. And we're going to start with the bottom box. We're going to start with the most boring box and work our way up. So we've got big brown box. And here's the inside. So these are obviously a dream pairs, even though it didn't come in the box. And it's the little happy thank you, I love you. Appreciate your purchase. All right, so we've got them in the little bags. Oh. So these I got because I needed just some. Now, I paid $20 because Just Fab was having a deal. And so these are just some standard wedges that if you know, you need to have these staple. And mine, I had worn these all the way down to the metal pegs, which is why I needed to replace them. So this is kind of a good start because we started with the most boring of the shoes I got. So I got 3 pairs of shoes, and we're going to go up in drama of them. So those were the basic flat pumps, and they were $20. And when I edit this, I'll put it up in the lovely little window for everybody. And again, I started doing this because I needed to rebuild my wardrobe. And from what I remember in the past, Just Fab and Shoe Dazzle and all these companies had the best shoes that I liked. Their ethics, we can go into discussions on that on everybody's level. Hopefully the making of things will come back to America so we don't have to discuss ethics anymore in that kind of thing. But I needed to replace my shoes, and these were all only $20. So there's your answer. So next pair, can't really see them, is a dream pairs, but again, we got the little bag or the little card, and then these are in the bag. I know. These are the little booties. Absolutely adorable. I cannot wait to wear these. So if you all remember for one of my other hauls, my birthday haul, I bought a black dress. That's a turtleneck. That's why I bought these booties, is to go with those. So $20. Absolutely adorable. So we've got those. So we've got one more pair, and there's also a little surprise because I had a little bonus with the purchase of my stuff. So that's the second pair. And the third pair. All right, open these up. So the little surprise, yep, it's right there. Okay, so I also got these. For any of you who know, I have a Renaissance outfit. And I realized I didn't have any. I am more of a Goldie girl, a gold and black girl. I realized I didn't have any earrings to go with that costume. So got those. And then the last pair is not in a bag, but all right, these are the last pair. And obviously they need to be tied, so they didn't come tied, but here you go. And these are a little bit higher. These are a 4.5 inch heel. Yes, I can wear a 4.5 inch heel. I love, like, I actually, being in ballet and dance, heels, it's kind of funny. It's kind of like dancing on, or going into releve, I should say, when you wear high heels. So for any of you ladies that need a trick or a clue or a little hint on how to wear high heels, and you've been in dance, go into releve. That's how you do it. So those are the 3 pairs of shoes that I got. And like I said, these were all $20 each, which is one of the reasons why I did it. Yes, it is a subscription. So since they don't just have shoes, they also have clothes and bags and earrings and everything else. And it's a subscription that I can budget. I decided that we're going to start doing this kind of unboxing on my channel because I needed to build up my wardrobe. Work is coming around, and yeah, that's going to happen. So on that next note, we are going to go ahead and I'm going to swoosh again, and we're going to go ahead and go into client readings. So for all of my clients, or any of my clients that are watching and listening, just know this is the time to reach out to me if you want to add anything to your readings. Also, I'm going to go over who has how many left. So first of all, today's readings, the ones that I have on my list are Dwayne, Evie, Debbie, Tracy, and Josh. And we have Dwayne, where's the other one? Dwayne, Evie, Debbie, Tracy, and Josh. I'm like, I got to get these in order so I know how this is going to go. Okay. Yeah, Josh is copying. Tracy is love. Okay, so y'all confuse me with how you, which give me I want the stones, I want this, but it's how I do it. I know how you guys are. You attune when something tells you that that's how you want the reading. I'm gonna give it to you how you want it. So, well, in the form of how the readings are gonna go, I'm gonna give it how you want it. Any other way, I'm going to give it like you're supposed to have it, because yeah, that's how angels work. Anyway, that's so bad. My head just went into the total gutter on that whole statement. Strike that, reverse it, just ignore everything I just said. Anyway, so for my clients that have remaining readings, one remaining, a single remaining reading is Emma, Josh, Alex, and Kim. You only have 1 left. 2 left. Erica, Dwayne, Jacob, Diane, Chandler, Evie, Debbie, and Noah. And there are a couple clients who have 2 or more left, or 3 or more left, but I contacted you separately because I'm like, hey, you paid for this and you haven't used them yet. So on that note, we're going to start with our wonderful, with Dwayne. And Dwayne, yes, you were driving me crazy today. Okay, absolutely crazy today. However, everybody was driving me crazy today. Today was just a frustrating day for me. So once I did my horoscope, the horoscope meditations, I was like, oh, okay, that explains why. So And he wanted a three stone pool. So I actually pulled more than 3. So that's the first one. That's the second one. Oh, look at that. And they're all face down. That's the third one. Okay. So the first one we've got is this one, which is the strength and courage. So strength and courage. Then we've got this one, which is the creative fires. So hail destruction and creative failures. Sorry, not creative fires, creative failures. So you had strength and courage something and it failed on you dramatically, evidently. Okay, and the last one you've got is this one. Wow. Bro. Gain or growth. Okay, so Dwayne, this was about work. And I have a feeling this is more about money rather than work. And your angels are referencing, like, I don't know. The reason I said whoa is because they brought in all the information about the stock market and how maybe you're panicking about the stock market and what's going on. It's going to level itself out. You're going to be shocked in 6 months exactly what happens to the stock market. If you would like, in privately, Dwayne, I can do a card pull on that specifically for you, but your angels are referencing that through the loss, you're going to have gain. You had strength and courage in doing something in regards to finances. Now you're thinking that you've hit a loss, but the truth is in the loss, there's going to be a gain through strength and courage, or through, strength and courage, gain and growth. So if you're worried about finances, honey, I wouldn't be stressing on finances at the moment, okay? Evie, you wanted the intuitive oracle cards, and you asked for a relationship reading. First of all, that's funny that's so. The angels started talking at the same time that noise went upstairs. But they're referencing trouble in paradise, and it has to do with you, yourself, and I. So, or you, yourself, and you. So let me shuffle these, and we'll look into it. So hold on. And I didn't think I could shuffle these cards, and your angels had me shuffle them. And look at that. We can shuffle them. Can you read that? Oh, man. Betrayal, temptation, lesson. Oh, man. I think they speak for themselves. So moving on, I'm going to add to that because I'm not going to leave it like that. That sucks. So we're going to do, I want some good news moving forward for her. So some good news for Evie moving forward. Okay. Wear a ring on your ring finger to inspire. So maybe there's something to this where you need to walk away because you need to marry yourself and put value on yourself and walk away from this situation. Yeah, because you're better than that. You're worth more. The part I was checking, basically I wanted to see, was the temptation on your end or their end? And it looks like it was on their end because your angels are telling you that you need to have self-respect and move on. So I'm sorry that happened. I know what that feels like. That sucks. Take pride in the fact that you're worth but more and move on. And if you need to have a personal counsel, let me know because I've been through that. And we can definitely have a little conversation and I can help you out with that. Okay. Evie. All right. Debbie, my dear. And just so everybody knows, I'm going to get to all comments after I do the readings and the horoscopes. Or before I do the horoscopes, I'll jump in and say hi to everybody. But I'm going to get through the readings because Yeah. If I see that, I see there's comments. I will get there. And now that I did that, I have to do this because Debbie, I was not concentrating on your question worth a darn, was I? No, not at all. All right, so Miss Debbie, you wanted to know about work. Ooh. Hi, Deb. Hi. Hold on. I have a feeling that's Debbie. Yep, that's Debbie. Hi. Hi. Okay, so. Okay. I am watching on my phone, and I don't think YouTube clocks my view. Oh, really, Debbie? Huh. I never even thought about that. That's interesting. Yeah, and to tell you the truth, well, I have one person watching, but I don't know if that's you. But yeah, that's very interesting. Or you could be the only person watching. But hold on, let me check. I bet you my friend Cora is watching though. Cora, yeah. Well, I only have it. I could be you or Cora. She hops in and out. Hey, I will be in and out because of dinner and bedtime. I think my son might be getting sick. Oh crap. Sick, Cora, if you're listening, sick, yes. Sick, no. Grumpy, yes. Sleep. He's not sleeping well. You're still there. Okay. Yeah, he's not sleeping well. He might be like looking like he's sleeping, but like he's not sleeping well. I'm wondering if he's having nightmares or restless sleep or something. So I am sorry to be. We're gonna redo that. Third time's a charm, right? No, third time. Be third time. Okay. So in regards to work. But that's interesting that it doesn't. I wonder if it. Well, now it says 2 people are viewing. I wonder. All right. So work. Hubby's work. Oh God, that loud, noisy, loud office. Boy, I forget that you work in a cubicle, lady. Oh. Whoa. Okay. Take me down that hallway. What's going on in here? Huh. Let's get a read on this. I think this is actually what you're talking about, Debbie. Oh. This is very interesting. All right. Hey, Debbie, would there be a board meeting going on at your work right now? Yes. I think I just walked in on it. No windows no, there's no windows. Yeah, no, there's no windows. There's screens, but there's no window. No, this looks like a conference room that's on a top floor, but like secluded from everything. This is very interesting. All right, so green avatar, so 25. Somebody doesn't like me being in there. So, all right, sorry, girl. I'm getting distracted. There's somebody in that room that does not like me in that room. That's very interesting. So we've got green avatar, bronzite, and lithium quartz. This I've never had before. So we'll have to see what this is. So green avatar, we've got luck, good fortune, potential, possible new opportunities. Interesting. Okay, so and then we have 13, which is bronzite, which we've had before. Loyal, trust, steadfastness, self-respect, trusting the conscious universe has your back. Considering I feel like I was looking in on a board meeting of very, wow, that's kind of comforting to hear. If I walked in on a meeting of your bosses, that's nice to hear. That is nice to hear. Okay, so lithium quartz, 33. You have good bosses. Oh, well, evidently the card's confirming it. So, all right, 33. Lithium quartz, harmoniousness, peacefulness, joy, interconnectedness. Okay, so, well, basically, I'm going to tell you this. I'm kind of jealous. Like, if the offices I've worked in, I've only worked in one that was ever like this. And that's few and far and rare. And like, girl, you have nothing to worry about in regards to work, evidently. They're all very content. They're making positive changes and they're looking at positive momentum forward. And your angels are referencing, like, if you are worried about your job, it's the opposite direction. Start worrying about your workload. Yeah, like how much work you're going to have. Because that's, I think the anxiety and the fear and the pressure that you're feeling in regards to this is that it's not, your angels aren't putting pressure on you like, get ready, you're about to be fired. It's get ready, you're about to work your butt off type energy. I have nothing but positive goosebumps from all of this. Like literally, it's running up and down my legs, girl. So positive energy moving forward, especially if I think, don't you work in like Detroit or like the manufacturing district? Yeah. Okay. So if you work in manufacturing, the market's gonna boom. Like let me put it this way. There's a part of me that kind of wishes I could just move to either Detroit or Indiana right now, or Texas, because the level of economic boom I see happening in the next 9 months in those, like, not just the next 9 months, but the next like the economic, I'm just putting it this way, the economic boom that's about to hit in those areas. It used to be that nobody wanted to live in the center of America. It's going to be inevitably that you can't get enough people out of the center of America. Like, yeah, wouldn't it be interesting if we completely flipped tides to the point where living on the coast was cheap? That would be weird. In 3 years, like you could get instead of a 1-bedroom apartment in California costing $2,400 a month, it would be like $800 a month. Wow, that would be cool. I'd move back to California. To tell you the truth, what if it became cheap to live in New York because all the manufacturing jobs were in the middle of the country? That would be a very interesting concept, wouldn't it? So, on to the next one. Tracy, do you happen to be watching? If you want love. It's kind of funny. You put general, but then you asked for the love cards. And I'm like, I was like, really? You want love. That's what you want. All right. So Miss Tracy. Tracy. That's literally what your angels are coming in with. In the jungle, the mighty jungle. Okay, so let's figure out why Tracy's angels are coming in with a Weema Whip from Lion King. Okay, we've got friendship. We've got joy. We've got good fortune. Well, that might be why this is coming in. The best relationships are built off of a friendship. Okay, so this has the makings of a beautiful friendship. Be cautious of spoiling a good thing by trying to force more, which, Tracy, I'm not worried about that with you. You've been very patient when it comes to love, unlike other people. Amy. Joy. Embrace the joy without overthinking. Don't spoil what you have with your insecurities. So, and they're reference, like, this is all new love. Like, these are the things you want to prevent in new love. So obviously this is a new love. This is a friendship that's blossoming into a love, and I'm very happy for you, Tracy. Good fortune, great things coming your way. The relationship will be blessed with good fortune. I couldn't ask for a better reading, a better love reading. Like, honestly, you go from friendship to joy to good fortune. I mean, is that not like exactly what everybody hopes for in their like relation? Oh my God. Like, I love it. And Tracy, like, okay, I'm just going to bring this back because 2 years ago when you were single, you referenced that you swore that you would never be able to find love because you didn't think that you'd be able to be stable enough for you to find love. I want to actually say that this is more of the karmic universe's honoring your change. You made the effort to change and improve yourself. You got a better job. You stayed focused. You stayed determined. You built up a savings. Instead of going out and partying, you waited until you had enough money to go out and do a good type of partying. And in that way, you attracted the right person. And I said, one of the problems that you had back then was that you weren't putting out the right type of energy. And when you put out a certain type of energy, you're going to attract a certain type of energy. And we needed to shift and change your energy so that you could attract the right kind of energy. And this is the universe's way of saying, you did it. Congratulations, you did it. You literally shifted your energy and changed yourself to the point that you are so good that you're attracting good. So this is the universe's graduation. Congratulations. Here's your graduation certificate. Here's your reward. Here's your effort and everything else coming into fruition, because it's exactly what you were hoping for, was a good relationship. I mean, I think all of us around our like 45 start really kind of worrying, like, am I going to die alone? Am I going to be, am I going to be a rotting corpse in my house for 5 days before somebody finds me? So, and I know that's what you were stressing about a couple of years ago. And so congratulations, Tracy. I'm so happy for you. All right. So Josh, calming. This is in regards to work. So basically, and I already know you're in the stock market, you work in stocks. So you are stressed to hell right now. I don't blame you. But it's going to get better. It always gets worse before it gets better. So here we go. All right, Josh. Okay. Your angels want me to do something first. They're referencing, well, they said, okay, so how do I explain this? Basically, they said, hold up, grab the book. We need to give a message to him. So we're going to give a message to you right now. Carry on doing what you do. You never know who you are inspiring. Aww. And what's funny is that's the actual picture that's on the front of the book. That is crazy. Josh, that's right. I was going to say, Josh, just remember there is a little man who might only be 2 or 3 years old, but he's still watching you. And he's learning everything from you, from the work ethic to how to treat women and I know it's hard, but evidently you don't know who you're inspiring. And trust me, if you're wondering, little kids that young, they might not be able to put it into words yet, but they can sense it, they can see it, they can feel it, they know. That stuff doesn't change as we get older, just how we're able to put it into words does. So, all right. We got 3 cards for you. And this is not how they're meant to be used, but you wanted this. Your angels are going to work with me, and we're going to see what we come up with, okay? A few moments of mindfulness can change your day. Give yourself that time. Okay, this is one of those things that, wow, they just flashed this to me. You used to give yourself mantras in the morning. I got this. We're the king of the world. At the beginning of your career, it was, I'm the boss of the station. I know what I'm doing. We might need to start coming up with mantras again. Trust in the universe. There is a vast eternal plane at play. And that goes for, I think there's a lot of people right now that are in the stock market or connected to the stock market right now that could probably use to hear this right now. So, okay, third, take some deep breaths, close your eyes, and visualize the door to peace opening. So yeah, and on this note, going from these cards, I'm going to reference that you might be the one creating your own chaos, or you might be allowing others to fuel your chaos. This is the most important time, especially right now. This is one thing I think all my clients can hear me say. This is the most important time to protect your bubble, to keep that bubble up. That little protection shield that you keep from outside influences affecting yourself and your family and everything else. Right now, every day you better be checking in on that shield and making sure it's not coming down. And I think your angels are referencing that whatever chaos you feel like you're going through, it's not your chaos. So leave it alone. Trust in the universe. Keep doing what you're doing. You're going to be fine in the end. And there's a lot of people right now that I kind of want to reiterate that too, because if you actually understand what you're looking at when it comes to the stock market, if you've actually been watching it for as long as 25, 30 plus years, like most people that have an IRA or an investment in retirement, you'll understand that these kinds of dips and drops and raises and everything else happen all the time. It's the long term that you need to worry about. And if you look at the long term, we're still in a better position than we were 20 years ago. So on that note, that was everybody's angel readings. So on that note, we're going to swish it, and then we are going to cover horoscopes, you guys. So let me move my little thing. You like my face? My little things aren't working for me today. That's been frustrating. All right. So I have the horoscopes. All right. Let me swoosh, and we're going to do horoscopes. And I need to make that longer. I think I need to make that like a 5-second swoosh. I think 2 seconds is too short. But anyway, at least I know when I go into editing where I edit it from. So on that note, so first of all, I'm going to cover, because guys, we are out of Mercury retrograde. Can you tell I'm a little wonky? Can you tell I have fast forward speed and I'm trying to slow down because it's slow down. However, we are out of Mercury retrograde. And for some of my clients, since you asked, what does it mean when Mercury turns direct? It means it turns out of retrograde. It means it has turned its correct direction. It's righted itself. It no longer appears to be going backwards in our sky. Right now, it actually looks like it's at a pause. It looks like it's staying in the same place until I believe on the 10th, it'll start moving again. So we'll check into that later. But the planet reaches its direct station when it brings its movement forward once again. Like the planet's retrograde station, the moment is a time when the planet is operating, because I can't read, operating particularly powerfully. It also means that basically we are in direct line of sight with Mercury's energies. So anybody who has a sign that is basically powered, because there's certain signs that for those of us who know that Mercury is their ruling planet, and they are very powerful right now. So most of you fire signs out there, yes, you are feeling the energy today. Upon the shift of Mercury, you can feel a renewed sense of clarity, especially in your creative pursuits and daily routines. And you're going to hear this repeated throughout the horoscopes. Encourages you to reflect on how you managed your time and the energy in retrograde. Now it's time to implement these newfound wisdoms with confidence and enthusiasm. If you've been feeling stuck due to the retrograde, direct motion restores order and presents you with a newfound perspective and inspiration. It's time to focus on your goals, impress your boss, and maybe even celebrate that overdue promotion or recognition. We thought things were going to shift forward, guys. We've actually been watching all these changes occur in Mercury retrograde. Now let's watch what happens that Mercury retrograde is gone and Mercury's in full momentum. It's going to be crazy. So tickle in the throat. Hold on. Okay. Good energies to sign so these right now for the next like 3 or 4 days, you're going to have good energies to sign contracts, schedule vital meetings, have significant conversations, and make important decisions or purchases. Confident energies as you push ahead with anything that requires cerebral muscle, basically thinking. We finally have our mojo back. Basically, for all of us that are very intuitive and very mental, like strong mental energies and your thought process, like those of us that are used to having multiple thoughts going off at one time, we've had a slowdown in that process. Now we're moving forward again. If you notice, I'm having to try to catch up to how fast my brain is processing versus my mouth, because this happens. And my brain has been going nuts today. Like the forward movement. I mean, all of you saw, those of you that were in Discord for the meeting, you saw how nuts my brain was. It's everything is forward moving, and we're changing everything, and that everybody's going to be this way. That's also why a lot of you in Discord were so upcoming or forward and up and coming with all of your suggestions. That's just the way I'm going to put it, because yeah, anyway. So the best rituals to perform at this time is to release and let go, and renewed confidence in all endeavors. So planet energy, we're just going to cover the quick, easy ones. Basically, Sun and Aries, it's still the same. Moon and Leo is what's changed. We have playful, cheerful, and childlike energies with the willingness to open up and take charge. Jubilant, joyful, and engaging energies in all pursuits, and the ability to get in touch with your inner child. We entered Leo last night, so we're going to have Leo moon until Wednesday. So you'll see Leo's influence throughout the next, like all the horoscopes. We still have Mercury in Pisces, but we're out of retrograde. Yes. We're still, Venus is still in Pisces, but we've only got 5 more days of retrograde with Venus. So don't think that you can, love is still tricky right now. So just because we've got our communications and mental processes back, that doesn't mean that we've got luck and love yet. Okay. Give it 5 more days. We've still got Mars in Cancer, which is a focus on the domestic, and all the other bigger planets still the same. If you're curious about those, I highly recommend that going back to some of my older streams. I repeated all of them at the end of every stream. I'm only going to repeat what changes now when there are changes, but zoom all the way to the end where there's the horoscopes, and you'll see them, or you'll hear them. So but basically, Jupiter in Gemini, Saturn in Pisces, Uranus in Taurus, Neptune in Aries, Pluto in Aries, and Charon is still in Aries. So the way I do horoscopes is I start with Aries and I go all the way through to the end. I leave Scorpio to the end because I am a Scorpio. And if I try to do readings for them, my angels come in with messages, and I'm already discombobulated, guys. Do you want me to get worse? So we leave Scorpio till the end. And then after that, we'll jump into the comments if there's anybody there, and do a little cheers. And then, guys, that's the end of the stream. And I'm hoping to keep these under an hour because, it may only be streaming for an hour, but the amount of prep and the amount of time that it takes to actually do a stream is a good 5 hours. And if I can cut my stream down into 1 hour, that leaves me with another 4 hours before I go to bed to actually get work done instead of, So that's why we're doing this. I need to get more work done, but I still want to give you guys the horoscope. So this was your guys' suggestion, and this is what we're rolling with. All right, so we're going to give you Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. No, we're doing Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday horoscopes. We stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but that's how it works around here. So we're going to start with Aries. Today we had straightforward, advancing, and expressing energies in communications and decision-making. Clarity in understandings and possible magnification in problem areas came in midday. You have untangling, redirecting, and a turnaround type energies with a delay in results by the end of day today. Don't get the best of yourself. Use distraction and emotional regulation along with distress tolerance to help you guys through this, okay? And that reminds me, I needed to do this. Hold on. Hold up. Anyway, sorry. I come from a different generation. What do you want? We're going to do that. I need that information to travel with me. Thank you. All right. So for my Aries on Tuesdays, we're going to have insensitive, elevating, and pursuing type energies in planning and strategy, vulnerable, empowering, and insightful energies with the ability to overcome obstacles midday, interesting, structured, and planning type energies with a focus on emotional manners and relationships with the ability to commit in rewarding and energized ways by the end of day. On Wednesday, you've got desirable, organizing, and structurizing type energies in health and habits with a focus on routines, productive, advancing, and cleaning up type energies and projects and ideas with the ability for productivity and problem solving, regrouping, organizing, and balancing energies in emotional with a focus on self by the end of day. So basically for Aries, emotional regulation and distress tolerance is going to be your things for the next couple days, okay? Tauruses, forward, unblocking, and releasing type energies were the start of today with endeavors and encounters. Indecisiveness and problem solving with possible delays comes in midday with strong energies and information, decisions, and ideas with the ability for money making in projects by the end of day today for you Tauruses. On Tuesday, you've got encouraging, empowering, and dedicated energies in friendships and partnerships with commitments as a strong undertone. Strengthening and brainstorming and resolving energies in long-term pursuits with successful and rewarding undertones comes in midday. Enjoyable and attractive energies in overall aspects comes in by the end of day for you Tauruses on Tuesday. On Wednesday, you've got investing, channeling, and expressing energies and pursuits with undertones of general happiness, spontaneous, creative, and entertaining energies and commitments and social with improved feelings and confidence by the end of day on Wednesday for you Tauruses. Tauruses, you guys just have good energies. For my Geminis, on Monday, you had unblocking, releasing, and forward-moving energies and endeavors and encounters with a shift of focus onto new plans, advancing, career building, reputation-oriented energies with advancements in communications and connections by the end of day. On Tuesday, you're going to have shifting, changing, and mobbing type energies with a focus on practical progress, approachable, innovative, and attractive and attentive energies in love and core values with a focus on work and routines comes in midday for you with refining, meaningful, and rewarding energies in planning and organizing with an ability to focus on self, wants, and needs by the end of day. On Wednesday, for you Geminis, we've got investing, unburdening, and lightening energies and emotions with a focus on simplification of personal environments. Tense-filled but encouraging energies and opportunities and options opens up midday. Disorganized, distracting, and attention-seeking energies with an overwhelming need for advice by end of day. So Geminis, just be careful. If you end up being sociable on Wednesday, don't let others' influences get the best of you. And no, I'm not getting sick. Our weather is just weird. And whenever the barometer goes so nuts that it decides to go from super sunny to super rainy the next day, my nose gets all weird. So if you're wondering where I'm getting that from, that is what I'm not getting sick. That's what that is. So sorry, I had to mute that for coughing. For my Cancers, on Monday today, we had curious, stimulating, spirited energies with a focus on mental stimulation. Adventurous, sharing, and guiding energies in publications and learning with problem-solving undertones comes in midday. Rewarding, responsible, and empowering energies with a focus on comfort and balance comes in by end of day for you. On Tuesday, for my Cancers, you're going to have stimulating, curious, and positive energies with a focus on the bigger picture. Spirited, satisfying, and venturesome energies in learning and publishing with a focus on responsibilities will come in midday. Empowering, rewarding, and comfortable energies in balance and practical matters with a focus on optimism will be by the end of day. On Wednesday, we've got flexible and changing energies and avoidance with a focus on attitudes and multitasking. Discovery, curiosity, and adventurous energies and routines with the ability to tune out due to distractions comes in midday. Imaginative, spirited, and active energies and reflection and motivation with a focus on projects and endeavors by the end of day. For my Leos, on Monday, we've got desirable, unregrettable, and forward-moving energies with a focus on outworn patterns, confusing, irritating, and slated energies and instructions with the ability for straightforward communications came in midday, with vigilant, unblocking, and undenying energies in travel, business, and finances with a focus on details and inspirations by end of day. Relaxing, breathtaking, and rejuvenating energies and activities and projects starts out your Tuesday for you. Rewarding emotional energies with the ability to experience and express oneself comes in midday, with rewarding, supportive, and building energies in planning and practical with an undertone of success by end of day for you Leos. On Wednesdays, we've got materialistic, desirable, and strengthening energies and finances with a focus on building a balanced foundation. Cooperative, increasing, and expanding energies with projects and the ability to overwhelm yourself with stress comes in by the end of day. So basically, Wednesdays for Leos, don't overwork yourselves. Pace yourselves, okay? For my Virgos, on Monday, we've got compounding, disorienting, and unfocused energies and mental with a focus on communications. Forward-moving, clarifying, and shifting energies and partnerships and finances with the ability for negotiations comes in midday. Informative, result-oriented, and smooth energies and decisions with the ability for self-improvement through support of others by end of day. On Tuesday, you've got expressive, initiative, and refreshing energies and self with the ability to channel inner emotions. Meaningful, dedicated, and supportive energies in planning and projects comes in midday with strategizing, appealing, and effective energies in communications, transportations with strong persuasive undertones by the end of day. On Wednesday, you have illuminating, understanding, and exposing energies and acknowledgments and deep-seated feelings. Overreacting, pushy, and impulsive energies with a focus on work and goals comes in midday, with the understanding, meaningful, and dedicated energies in family and social by the end of day. So Virgos, you guys are going to be bouncing all over the place emotionally for the next 2 days. So self-soothing and self-acceptance. For my Libras, on Monday, we've got informative, forward-moving, and pushy energies with the ability to gain perspectives, confusing, misunderstanding, and delaying energies and desires and discussions with the ability for mechanical breakthroughs. Satisfying, forward-moving, and decision-making energies with a focus on progress comes in midday or end of day for you Libras. On Tuesday, you've got demanding, overwhelming, and digesting energies and mental processes with the ability to reflect on past issues. Motivating, advancing, and improving energies and routines and work with the ability to plan for the future comes in midday with enlightening, capable, and beneficial energies and decision-making with positive undertones by end of day. On Wednesday, we've got regrouping, renewing, and revisiting energies with a focus on emotions to start. Peaceful, reflective, and pulling energies with towards experiences and new activities comes in midday for you. Accomplishing, satisfying, and prioritizing energies with an advantage for opportunities by end of day for you Libras. For my Sages, we've got patient, progressive, and forward-moving energies and projects and endeavors to start out Monday with clarity, improvements, and increased energies in communications and personal with a focus on dating and family. Revisiting, reassessing, and problem-solving energies with clarification and confusions with confident undertones comes in by end of day for you Sages. On Tuesdays, we've got assessing, prioritizing, and revising energies and obligations with a focus on mindful and awarenessness. Achieving intangible and harmonious energies and emotional with a focus on achievements comes in midday for you on Tuesdays. Planning and strategizing and appealing energies with a focus on long-term success and ventures by end of day for you Sages on Tuesday. For Wednesday, you've got focused and vested energies and responsibility and obligations with a focus on reputation and career. Warm, practical, and giving energies with the ability to make adjustments with confidence comes in midday, with concentrated planning and organized energies and thoughts with a focus on balance by end of day for you, Sages, on Wednesday. For my Capricorns, on Monday, you had innovative, forward-moving, and initiating energies and projects with the ability for breakthroughs, progressive, improving, and experienced energies in communications and relations with a focus on neighbors and family. Clarity, reassuming, and non-judgmental energies in discussion with the ability to make the bold move by end of day. On Tuesdays for you Capricorns, we've got worry-free, enjoyable, and stress-releasing energies with the ability to reorganize and plan. Considerable exercising and purposeful energies in friendships with a focus on special projects comes in midday, with interesting, satisfying, and successful energies and networking and communications by end of day. On Wednesday, for my Capricorns, we've got brighter, breezier, and free-loving energies with the ability for new experiences with learning undertones. Helpful, healing, and informative energies with the ability for pitfalls comes in midday, with overwhelming, expecting, and anticipating energies with a focus on moderation and balance by end of day. For my Aquariuses, we've got Monday, improving, advancing, and forward-moving energies and communications with a focus on finances. Clarifying, instructional, and gradual energies in influences and instructions with objective, problem-solving, and releasing energies and communications and connections by end of day. On Tuesday, we've got planning, strategizing, and appealing energies and projects and ideas with the ability for clear and direct thoughts. Considering, analyzing, and perspective-oriented energies and talents with the ability to recognize themes comes in midday, with organizational, notable, and fast-paced energies and feelings with a strong sense of purpose by end of day for you Aquariuses. On Wednesday, we've got desirable, needy, and dilemma-based energies with a focus on emotions, tending, expansive, and overindulgent energies in all life departments with a focus on declutterization comes in midday, with indulging, excessive, and distracting energies with a focus on comfort and balance by end of day for my Aquariuses. For Pisces, on Mondays, we've got contemplating, forward-moving, and unblocking energies and resources with a focus on indecisions, contemplating idealistic and focused energies on health and finances with the ability for payoffs with the ability for payoffs by the midday, informative, perspective-based, and reviewing energies on past experiences with a focus on rewards in efforts by end of day. On Tuesday, we've got motivating, attending, and enlightening energies and partnerships with the ability to gain connections, intuitive, meaningful, and sensible energies and projects and works with a focus on long-term comes in midday, satisfying, exciting, and positive energies and experiences with a focus on the new comes in by end of day for you on Tuesdays, my Pisces. On Wednesdays, we've got heightened energies and partnerships and social with a need for connection, disorganized, irritating, and irrational energies with self with a focus on problem areas comes in midday, with compromising, stressful, and tempting energies with the ability to overdo oneself by the end of day on Wednesdays. So for my Pisces, please, please, please be careful on Wednesdays not to overdo yourself, okay? For my Scorpios, on Monday, a slow down, stagnant, pausing type energy with the ability to regain focus, clarity, forward-moving and approachable energies in conversations and communications with the ability to gain perspectives in romance and intimate come in midday, problem-solving, solution-oriented, creative, and helpful energies in information with a focus on work and projects comes in by end of day. On Tuesday, we've got beneficial, improving, and popular type energies in reputation and social with a boost in relationships and connections. Bettering, hardworking, and practical energies and pursuits with the ability to focus with intent comes in midday. Creative, rewarding, and heartfelt energies in communications and conversations comes in by the end of day for you Scorpios. On Wednesdays, we have improving, investing, and strategizing energies and networking and friendships with a focus on teamwork, Productive, vital, and expanding energies and connections with a focus on the new comes in midday, with opportunistic, avoiding, and undisciplined energies with a focus on resources by end of day on Wednesdays. So by the end of day on Wednesday, Scorpios, be kind to yourself. Don't get overwhelmed because you decided to stack on the projects or go shopping and spend too much money, and now reality's checking it. So that is the end of our stream. We've kept it at just about an hour where I wanted to do it. So guys, pick up your glasses and join me in the cheers as we close out, because this is exactly how I was hoping it would go. So for all of you, may your angels be strong, may your energies be positive, and may karma be ever in your favor. And I will see you guys on Wednesday.